No, I do not have power.
Yeah, you can use the mute button on your phone, or I believe it's *6 or #6, one of those two. One of them turns it on, the other turns it off.
And we're almost ready to start, not quite.
I'm hanging out.
Right. Good morning, everybody. It's already over here. Welcome. I now call to order this special meeting of the Anchorage Assembly. Today is May 30th, 2025. We're on the record from 10 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. It's now 10:08 a.m. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Member Baldwin Day,
Present?
Member Brawley,
Here.
Chair Constant,
Here.
Member Gerker,
Here.
Member Johnson,
Here.
Member Martinez,
Present.
Member McCormick is absent. Member Myers is
He's
absent.
excused.
Member Presverdia is absent. Member Rivera,
Present.
Member Silvers,
Here.
and Member Volland is absent. Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. Now, Mr. Johnson, would you please lead us in the pledge?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Martinez, would you please read the land acknowledgement?
A land acknowledgement is a formal statement recognizing the indigenous people of a place. It is a public gesture of appreciation for the past and present indigenous stewardship of the lands that we now occupy. It is an actionable statement that marks our collective movement towards decolonization and equity. The Anchorage Assembly would like to acknowledge that we gather today on the traditional lands of the Dena'ina Athabascans. For thousands of years, the Dena'ina have been and continue to be the stewards of this land. It is with gratefulness and respect that we recognize the contributions, innovations, and contemporary perspectives of the Upper Cook Inlet Dena'ina.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. So for the purposes of our business today, there are 3 items. And if there are no objections, what I'd like to do is read the title of all 3 items. Then we'll have a motion like a consent agenda to approve all 3 as one. And then we'll let the administration brief us on each one inside of the discussion. And then if there is no objection, again, we will take specific action at the end in that way. So is there any objection to that? Okay, seeing and hearing no objection, I'll go ahead and read the items. We have item 4A, Assembly Memorandum AM 452-2025, Amendment 1 to the proprietary agreement with the Alaska Department of Transportation and Public Facilities requiring local match funding for the preliminary engineering phase through final plans, specifications, and estimates of ADOTPF project number CFHWY00710, AMATS Mountain Air Drive Extension, Rabbit Creek Road to Sandpiper Drive. The second item is item 5A. 5A is Assembly Memorandum Number AM 453-2025, recommendation of award for a contract with Mass Excavation, Mass Inc., Mass X for the Quinhagak Street Reconstruction Project for the Municipality of Anchorage, Project Management Engineering. And then item 5B is Assembly Memorandum Number AM 454-2025, recommendation of award of a contract to Mass Excavation Inc., Mass X for Jewel Terrace Street Road and Drainage Improvements. I'd like to ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. So there is a motion to
Second.
approve by Ms. Brawley, seconded by Mr. Rivera. And again, that motion is to approve AM 452-2025, AM 453-2025, and AM 454-2025. Before any discussion, we'll go ahead and hand it off to the administration to provide us detail on the 3 items.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to all of you for your time this morning. We very much appreciate your willingness to convene for a special meeting. The 3 items that are on the agenda are not necessarily extraordinary in any way for their content. They're extraordinary only because they are all time-critical construction, road construction projects that we're hoping to move forward on, make material progress on this summer during the 2025 build season. We all know that the build season in Alaska is very short, and looking at the 3-week gap between the last assembly meeting and the next regularly scheduled meeting, we were just hoping to get that additional week and a half of time to make some progress on these projects. With that, I will turn it to Melinda Kohlhaas, Director of Project Management and Engineering, to give specific details about what these additional, about the real nature of these projects.
Okay, thank you so much, Manager Wynn Pearson, and thank you so much to Chair Constant and the body for convening this special meeting. It's true, I'm truly grateful from PM&E's perspective, getting any advance opportunities to get a construction project underway, and then also another item reviewed and approved is so much appreciated. I can speak to the 3 items. The first item is the AMATS match. A funding match from local government. This item, we had all intent to make the May 20th meeting, and it just had some back-end budget loads from getting our legislative grant funding in place to make the fund certification. And we missed it by just a little bit, and so being able to have this opportunity to get it in place is very appreciated. And DOT would feel the same. The next 2 items are construction ITBs, construction projects that are One of them, Quinnahock, and the second one is Jewel Lake. I'll start off with Quinnahock. Quinnahock is, has one of the longer construction time periods of all of our projects that are going to be programmed for construction for 2025. This one has 110 days from the NTP date to get substantially complete. And just looking at the timeline with even a week and a half difference on what it makes for delivery, by getting an assembly award for the recommendation of award today allows us to target completion by middle of October. And that's the time period often when the asphalt plants close. So this just also has some long lead items, and it has significant scope of work, including roadways, concrete, sidewalks, lighting, and it's also impacts businesses and a school with the German Immersion School. The other project is the Jewel Terrace project. This project is adjacent to Jewel Lake, and it has a higher water table. So it's an advantage for the construction contractor to be able to start their work and get the installation of the stormwater facilities in sooner rather than later. As we know, rainy season, end of July into August is kind of could be impactful to the construction work. So our interest is to be able to get the projects underway and then set the contractor up for the best success as much as possible. Thank you.
Right, and I would note at 10:15, we were joined by Mr. McCormick, and Mr. McCormick, just so you're aware, what we did with this item is we've taken up all three items as one item under one motion to approve. And so currently we're in deliberations on the question of shall we approve all three of these contracts? Ms. Brawley.
Thanks. Yeah, I just had a question. Thanks for clarifying these three projects. I recognize the Jewel Lake Terrace one, but I just wanted to check, are the Quinnahock and Jewel Lake Terrace from this year's bond, or was it a prior bond?
Thank you for the question through the chair, Ms. Brawley. So Quinnahock did receive construction bond funding. So that clearly was depending on 2025 bond money. The Jewel Terrace project is maybe had some bond money in a prior year. It did actually have money in a prior year, but the construction portion is being funded by a legislative grant. And so once those funding was appropriated in November last year, that is what's funding that project.
All right, thanks.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, thank you. I intend to vote yes on these, but I do feel like I would be remiss if I didn't at least comment on the fact that I don't like being in this position. And I understand the argument that like we have limited construction, let's get these projects going. I think some of these are good projects. Certainly the project in my district has life safety considerations that I see a lot of value in that. And again, I know you all are very busy, right? But I think I just have to at least note that this puts me in an uncomfortable position because, you know, I got this, 48 hours ago. I feel confident that very few people, you know, in my district who will be impacted by at least one of these decisions are really aware of what's happening or have had an opportunity. You know, I've tried to actively reach out for a few comments, but even folks who tend to pay attention to what's going on in the assembly are not going to catch things when they happen in this kind of timetable. And I get the reasons why, but I think we just, as much as possible, I hope that we can avoid putting ourselves in this position in the future, because I think it does risk undermining public trust in the process when the public's not aware of these things in advance, not in any meaningful way. So again, I'll vote yes here today, but just another request to just do what we can to not have to do these kind of tight turnarounds going forward as much as possible.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing and hearing no further discussion, then I will ask members to proceed.
Chair,
Oh, okay, Ms. Baldwin-Day, go ahead.
thank you. I have a question on item 4A. I just wanted to understand sort of the structure or the payment structure. So So it looks like our total obligation through the PS&E phase of this project, the Mountain Air Drive extension, is $220,056.30. And is that the total scope of the municipality's financial obligation, or is there going to be, per this statement on page 2, line 16 and 17, will there be additional municipal funding requested in the future for the same project for the right-of-way and the construction phases?
Through the chair, in response to member's question, this match portion is only for the phases of the preliminary engineering, which includes the design work through the specifications and the plan estimate. There will be further match amounts requested to the body for the construction phase and utility and the right-of-way phases. We pay.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, please continue, Ms. Coley.
Oh, I'm not absolutely sure, but I believe this one has a 9.03% local government match.
Okay, so the $77,883.80 is our 9.03% obligation for the PS&E phase alone.
So I think what I heard you say, you're a little clipped out, Ms. Baldwin, is that the $220,056.30 is the 9.03% match of the total program so far. Is that your question?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So
Through the chair, this match amount is only for the previous, there was a previous amount that was paid. It's the 51,922. Oh. Okay. The 220.
And that's the total match.
For, so the remaining match is the total contract amount of this. I'm not sure if I can respond to the question at the moment. I'm sorry.
I think I can respond to the question to the chair to member Baldwin. That's correct. So at this point, we have, as detailed in the item, we have, there's this appropriation that is requested here, and there was a previous, there are previous appropriations as well, and the total that we will pay for the PS&E phase for our 9.03% match is that $220,000 figure.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful.
all right, any further questions? Seeing and hearing none, then members may proceed to vote on the motion to approve AM 452-2025, AM 453-2025, and 454-2025. Madam Clerk.
I just need 1 minute. My on base is having a little struggle.
Yeah. On basis like a character in some of our meetings.
All right, how about we do it the hard way? Member Baldwin Day,
Yes.
Member Gerker,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Martinez,
Yes.
Member McCormick,
Yes.
Member Rivera,
Yes.
Member Silvers.
Yes.
Did I miss anyone?
Members Brawley and Constant.
Oh, Brawley and Constant. Mr. Constant,
Yes.
Ms. Brawley,
Yes.
All right.
motion passes.
I have a vote of 9-0, on a vote of 9-0, AM 452-2025, AM 453-2025, and AM 454-2025 have been approved. Now, I would like to ask for a motion to reconsider with a no
So
vote.
moved.
Motion to reconsider is
Second.
moved by Member Brawley, seconded by Mr. Rivera. Any discussion? Again, the administration urges a no vote on that question. Members may proceed to vote.
I'm gonna ask if there's any objections.
Sure. Is there any objection to the negative vote, the vote to vote no? I'm hearing no objection, so I know that's a little awkward phrasing, but the motion to reconsider has failed on a vote of 0 to 9. So with that, then we'll turn to audience participation. Any member of the public wish to be heard? Anyone on the phone? Seeing and hearing none, we'll move on to some member comments. Ms. Martinez,
No comments?
Silvers,
No comments,
Mr.
thank you.
Johnson,
No comment.
Ms. Gerker,
No comments.
Mr. McCormick,
No comments.
Ms. Brawley,
No comment.
Mr. Rivera,
No comment.
Ms. Baldwin Day,
No comment.
and I have the same, then I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion adjourned by Ms. Brawley. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. We'll convene back in about 15 minutes for our work session.
Yes.